ever opened your water bill and just had that moment of shock where you think, wait, how is it this high? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. So today, we are going to tackle that problem head on. We're going to break down some of the best expert advice to help you get that bill under control. Let's start with a big question that's probably on your mind right now. Right? This is the question that makes your stomach drop a little. You start wondering, is it a mistake? Did I leave the sprinklers on all night? Well, a lot of the time, the real answer is a silent, hidden culprit that's costing you way more than you think. Just look at this number for a second. 3,000 gallons. It seems huge, right? Well, believe it or not, that's how much water a single slow-dripping faucet can waste in just 1 year. It's the perfect example of how a tiny little problem can have a massive impact on your bill. And that really gets to the heart of it all. See, a high water bill isn't just about a leak in your wallet. It's actually pointing to a much bigger issue. We're talking about precious resources, our environment, and what the true cost of water really is. So here's the crucial thing to remember. Saving water is a powerful 1-2 punch. Of course, the most obvious benefit is you're putting money right back into your pocket. But what a lot of us forget is the huge amount of energy it takes to pump, treat, and heat all that water. So every single gallon you save, you're also directly lowering your carbon footprint. It is a true win-win. Okay, so before we can fix the problem, we have to find it. It's time to put on our detective hats. We're going to go on a little investigation of your home, inside and out, to uncover exactly where all your water and your money is disappearing to. And don't worry, your investigation is a really simple 3-step mission. First, you're going to take a closer look at your bill and actually understand the charges. Second, you'll get a baseline reading from your water meter. And third, and this is the most important part, you're going to hunt for those sneaky hidden leaks. And speaking of hidden leaks, get ready for this number, because it's pretty staggering. A single, silently running toilet can waste up to 200 gallons of water per day. That makes it one of the most common and definitely most costly culprits in any home. But the good news? There's a surprisingly simple way to check for it. And what's so great is how easy the test for this is. It's a brilliant little trick. Just put a few drops of food coloring into the toilet kink, the back part, and then just walk away. Don't flush. If you come back in about 30 minutes and see any of that color in the bowl, boom, you've found your phantom water waster. So our investigation has found the suspects. Now it's time to create our action plan. We're going to look at some of the highest impact changes you can make right away, and a lot of these cost next to nothing. This right here is a perfect example of the impact a simple upgrade can have. An old, outdated shower head can just gush out 5 gallons of water every single minute. But a modern, water-efficient one, it can cut that down to 2 gallons or even less, and you won't even sacrifice the water pressure. But, it's not always about installing new fixtures. A lot of it comes down to habits. Just by shortening your daily shower by 2 minutes, just 2, one person can save 700 gallons of water in a year. Now imagine multiplying that by everyone in your family. The numbers add up fast. This chart really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? I mean, just look at the yearly impact of these simple changes. Fixing that little faucet drip we talked about, that's 3,000 gallons saved. But the real heavyweight champion here is upgrading to a dual flush toilet. That can save an incredible 13,000 gallons a year for a family of 4. The potential for savings is just massive. Okay, so for all of you who have mastered the basics and are ready to take your savings to the next level, let's dive into some more advanced strategies. This is where we start to tackle the other half of the problem for a lot of people: outdoor water use. First up is something called xeriscaping. And no, this doesn't mean you have to have a yard full of rocks and cacti. It's actually a really smart landscaping philosophy that uses beautiful native plants that are already adapted to your climate, which means they can thrive with way less water. Another really powerful idea is gray water recycling. This is where you actually capture the gently used water from your showers, your sinks, and your laundry, and you reuse it for things like watering your garden. It's an incredibly efficient way to make sure you use every single drop twice. And just look at the difference technology can make outside. We all know traditional sprinklers can be super wasteful, but a smart irrigation system, one that waters based on the weather and how moist the soil is, can slash your outdoor water use by up to 50%. That is a total game changer. So after all this detective work, all these smart upgrades, what's the real payoff? I mean, what do you actually get for your efforts? Well, it's not just some number on a chart. It's a tangible reward you'll actually see and feel. Let's talk about the bottom line. your bottom line. By putting these strategies into practice, even just the simple ones, you can easily see hundreds of dollars in savings every year. This isn't just pocket change, it's a real return on your investment of time and effort. And I just have to circle back to this number one last time because it is just so powerful. 13,000 gallons. That is the potential savings in 1 year from just one of the actions we talked about, upgrading a single toilet. It just goes to show you how one smart decision can have a truly monumental impact. And of course, let's not forget, the payoff isn't only financial. Like we said at the beginning, it takes a massive amount of energy to treat and pump water to your home. So every single drop you save directly cuts down on energy use and, in turn, shrinks your carbon footprint. So that brings us to the final and most important question. After seeing the huge impact of everything from a simple food coloring test to a smart sprinkler system, what's the first change you're going to make? Your wallet and the planet are waiting.